Hey guys, I just want to talk a little bit today about my workout routine, especially since being on a GLP-1 medication. Just a reminder, I'm on Mounjaro, which is tirzepatide, and I'm currently on the 10 milligram dose. I started back in September, and so I've been on it for about 5 months or so. Now, I had an established weightlifting routine. I've had one for many, many years, but it has changed quite a bit, especially in this last month. You can kind of see one of my routines back here, and I'll talk a little bit more about that. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about how it's been, a struggle with weightlifting since being on the medication. That was one of my big worries, actually, is when I started, I knew I was going to lose weight, and I knew that my calories were going to get restricted. And I was worried that I was going to lose not only muscle mass, but also strength. That has been a big worry since the start of this. And I can say that I've kept my routine, and I don't believe I've lost any muscle mass, although I did have a 3D scan a few months back. I'm going to have another one here soon, so we'll kind of see if that's true. I definitely haven't lost any strength, though. In fact, I have gained strength since I've been on the medication. But I will say it has slowed down. I used to be able to pretty consistently, like every other week, kind of increase weights and gain strength that way. That has definitely slowed down. Sometimes it's every 3 weeks or once a month that I might be able to increase my weights or my reps. So that has slowed down, but I haven't lost any strength. So that's good. That was a worry, and that has not happened. Now, when I was doing research before starting this medication, I saw that a lot of people who had been on the medication and had already lost most of their weight, one of their biggest regrets was that they didn't establish a workout routine sooner, and specifically a weightlifting routine. They didn't try to build muscle or maintain muscle during their weight loss process, and a lot of people seem to regret not starting that sooner. Now, obviously, I love weightlifting, so weightlifting is what gets me to the gym. That's what makes it easier to go. And while I'm there, I try to get cardio in as well. In fact, I revamped all my workouts to ensure that I get cardio in now. There's just so much value in lifting weights, especially for women. Putting muscle mass onto your body, stressing your bones, and improving your bone strength as well, especially as we get older, is super, super important. So obviously this is, I don't want to say it's like my expertise, but I've been weightlifting a long time, and there's just so much value into lifting weights. So that's what I'm going to talk about, because that's what I love. And I think that all women should be doing some kind of resistance or weightlifting training in some way. Now, the reason I wanted to start off talking about weight training is I think when it comes to establishing a workout routine, I think it's easier than trying to add some kind of cardio. So this is something that, people who haven't been really heavy most of their life, it's hard for them to understand this. But like for me, like being so big, it is difficult to put a lot of pressure and impact on your knees. And so trying to like walk a lot or jog or anything, that was just not going to happen. I feel like maybe as I lose weight, maybe I might be able to do something like that more. But that's what made it really hard for me to do any kind of cardio. Is just like it hurt my knees. And so to me, getting to the gym and lifting weights is much easier because you're working your muscles. There's machines that kind of really restrict your movement, so you're less likely to injure yourself. I just think that it's a little bit easier than trying to tell somebody, well, go start jogging, especially when you have so much extra weight that you're carrying. Now, as far as my routine, it has definitely changed a lot in the last month. I used to do more of a typical, what's called like a bro split, where you kind of work one muscle group a day. So like you would work just your chest on Monday, just your back on Tuesday, just your leg on, and you would have one muscle group a day, and it pretty much took up 5 days a week. And that was your weightlifting routine. But that's sometimes gets difficult to get cardio in, because then every day you just spend on your weightlifting routine, 45 to 60 minutes, and then you leave, and I just wouldn't get any cardio in. The other issue I was starting to have is with like the restricted calories. I think I was having a really hard time for my body to recover after. And so I was getting extremely sore. Like I've been weightlifting a long time and I was getting like debilitatingly sore after a routine that made it hard actually to even get into the next day and the next day. I just wasn't really recovering as well. So I've completely revamped my workouts and I'll show you here behind me. So now what I do is I actually do 3 full body routines a week. So on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I do a full body workout. And the way I was able to get this in is I actually saw another creator who had suggested only doing 2 sets per muscle group. But when you do it 3 times a week, over the course of the week, you're getting 6 sets on that muscle group, which makes sense. I mean, you want to get about 4 to 6 sets per muscle group per week. So it just splitting it up over the week, it didn't really occur to me before until I saw that. And so I decided to try that out, and I really like this routine. So you can see, looking at my routine here, I do a couple sets on, hamstrings, quads, lower back and glutes. And then, you do your back, your chest, shoulders, biceps, triceps. So a full body routine, you're only doing 2 sets. You want to try to do 8 to 10 reps per set. And one of the things I found is because I'm only doing 2 sets, I actually have found that I've pushed myself a little bit harder because I only have to do 2 sets. So I really push to, try to push the weight that I'm doing to get those 8 to 10 sets in as heavy as I possibly can. So that's been kind of nice. But because I'm also only doing 2 sets and then I have a rest day immediately, I'm not getting sore like I was before. So I'm able to recover a lot easier, and then Wednesday go into another one. So you can see here, this is my second full body routine. Again, just 2 sets of each muscle group. And this is my third full body routine. This one goes a little bit faster because I have some supersets in there, which kind of makes it a little bit more streamlined. Now, going back to this one, I just kind of want to show you too, if you're not using some kind of weightlifting app, I recommend the Strong app. I believe you can get it for both Apple and Android. I have an Android phone, but it will track all your routines. It's free. You can do like 3 routines for free in there. And if you want to put any more in, there is a paid version, but it's like $30 a year. Which I think is well worth it. One of the nice things about this is obviously it tracks your progress over time, but it also you can incorporate your rest times in between each set to keep you moving. So you work out a few minutes, or you do your set, and then immediately when you mark it, it will start timing your rest. And then as soon as your rest is over, it'll ding in your ear and it tells you move, get into your next set. And it just keeps you on track. And so you're not resting too long or not resting long enough. So I really like it for that. Plus, it'll track how much time that you spent on the entire routine. So you can see this one was 55 minutes. It also will show you kind of how much weight total you've moved in that. So you can see I moved almost 21,000 pounds on this workout routine. And then it'll also track if you hit any PR. So you can see this last week was actually finally one where I got to increase some weight. So I had 10 PRs or personal records that I was able to make on this routine. But so if you're not using an app, use a Strong app. So I know I'm reaching my time here. I'll have to do a whole nother video just on supplements because there are some supplements I do recommend if you're going to weight lift, but that I just wanted to mainly talk about how my routine has changed. I now do 3 full body workouts Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays are cardio only days. If I feel like I have energy on the weekend, I'll try to do cardio on the weekend as well. But I mainly work out 5 days a week. So let me know if you have any questions about weightlifting. I love talking about it.